Okay, well, Sunday Funday. How are you guys? Been a while since I've done a live stream. I just kind of realized that the other day and thought I would just, you know, say hi to everybody, see what's going on, and I'll give you the best updates that I can as to what we're up to. So I guess today's Sunday here in the Philippines. Looks like the 4th of July is about to roll around for you guys. Tomorrow, most of you at least, happy 4th of July. And tomorrow at 2:30, going to be a big day. We're taking May to the dentist. Whew. She's got some impacted molars and a cavity or two. One of the cavities they can't get to until they take out the impacted molar and or wisdom tooth, I'm sorry. It's a wisdom tooth she's having issues with. And it's actually growing sideways. It grows like that instead of like that. And it punches right up against another tooth. So I'm thinking that might be the cause of her headache. We're going through process of elimination on that. And what else? It rained all day yesterday. So yesterday kind of got canceled. So we just laid around the house. I think we set a world record for sleeping. I just kept conking out, and so did she. So I guess those days are good. You know, it's raining outside. We don't own a TV, and so you can only watch so much on the computer. At least I can before I start losing my mind. And that was that. A lot of things I could have done and didn't. But we'll bust a move here one of these days. I still got all these friggin' ballot buy-in boxes to open, but they're so heavy, I can't bring them into the house. So I told May we'll just open those bad boys outside, and then it's been raining. So that was our plan yesterday, was to do the ballot buy-in boxes. So what I think I'm going to do, since I got this gimbal kind of figured out, hopefully it's securing my phone enough on the attachment. I think it is. I think what I'll try to do tomorrow is videotape us driving from our place down through Valencia, give everybody a little tour of that, and then drive into Dumaguete, give everybody a little tour on that, and then videotape her going into the dentist and then coming out of the dentist. It should be fun. And I don't know. It's such a long ride. It's like 20 minutes into town. I'm going to try to do a dealio with this one microphone, this wireless microphone that I've got. The drama with Sabine Tech continues. That's been about a 3 or 4 month friggin' ordeal. So on wireless mics, I won't go into it here, but they keep sending me the wrong stuff. And but I have one microphone that they gave me out of 5. 4 of them were the wrong ones. I bought the right one because they said if I did, I'd be able to use the other 4, and then it needed a special attachment. So I bought the attachment, and then they sent me the wrong one. So we're back to square one on that. And they said that they would, after 4 days, they said, what's the problem? I said, well, I got the wrong attachment. And 4 days, they made the executive decision to send me another one. I thought that was really nice of them. And so anyway, what I'm going to try to do is put this big windshield screen on it, if you will. It's like a big feather. And attach that to my shirt. And then have May hold the camera. And I'll try my best to talk and see how that works outside with a wireless mic. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So that's what we're going to do. And then, I don't know, let's get in and say hi to some folks going on here. Mr. Greg, how are you? You ready? You were born ready, right? What's up, Steve? Hello. Oh, I've got another announcement for you about a live stream coming up. Hey, Peter. Hey, Jim. Hey, happy 4th to you. Prematurely, I know, but, you know. Right. Thanks, China Dave. Appreciate that. I was wondering if the sound and pictures were coming through okay. Yeah, happy 4th. The 4th isn't celebrated over here. But you guys get to have nice hot dogs and cookouts. And, I heard that there's like record number of people. I can believe that. I'm going to move around on the 4th. I forget the numbers. So many millions we're going to fly. And apparently, the White House said that if you have a barbecue this year, they're going to save you 16 cents on the overall cost. I thought that was awesome. Which is interesting because gas is up a dollar and food is up this much and that much. So I don't know. I guess you need to go to the website and see how you do that. Hey, thank you. This is one of the shirts that Goldfinger sent in the box. And I've been handing these out left and right because, in fact, I went to a coffee shop here in Valencia that's actually open during the quarantine. Go figure. And she said, man, I've been seeing those shirts all over town. The woman that owns the place. So I got to take her one now. Hey, Dublin. Nice. Good morning, Jonathan. See what we got here. Try not to miss anything. Thank you very much, Jim. Good morning, Michael Flynn. Bonjour. Good morning, Doug. How much is dental care over there? Basically just as good as the U.S. Very good question. I would say the dental care, it depends on who you bump into. And I have a dentist that I'm super happy with. And it takes a lot for me to refer somebody somewhere. So I've learned my lesson on that. It's backfired. So this dentist is UCLA trained and super hardworking. And she's got all kinds of diplomas. I went to one place to get my teeth cleaned because I smoke and I drink coffee. So they stain very easily. And so I was going to this one place and it was kind of like old school, kind of like when I was a kid almost, the equipment they were using. And my teeth never really felt or looked that clean. And then a friend of mine turned me on to this lady and I went into her and she like a month later, and when I came out, she had done 100% more with better equipment. To answer your question, for a simple cleaning, it's about $19. And for a cavity is about the same. The wisdom teeth for May, she had 2 wisdom teeth pulled out and some cavities done. I think I paid $60 for something like that. And then she's got this new tooth cleaning machine that is called Airflow. And I paid $60 to have that done to my teeth. And it's super fast. It actually puts almost like a veneer on your teeth so that it repels stain and whatnot. So dental care over here is very affordable. The quality is something that you have to dig out. The people that did the shitty job on my teeth charged 1,200 pesos. And she charged 900 pesos when we got May's teeth cleaned. So, and a much better job. So, yeah, thank you. That's going to be just something I've been wanting to do. We've known about it for a long time. And she was really reticent to go in because she knows it's going to hurt. And they're really, they just kind of tell you to suck it up when it comes to pain. So I got some pills for her last time. She gave her 5 pills. I thought, man, we need like 15. So we can give her 3 a day for 5 days instead of 1. But, she made it through. Yeah, the collared tie-dye t-shirt. This is Goldfinger is the man. I'm telling you. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm still kicking. We're still on it. Happy Independence Day to you guys. No fireworks for us. You got this elbow cough. You got this. Okay. Amsterdam. I was in Amsterdam for one day. I never saw a windmill. Good morning, John. How are you? I am on Facebook. Yeah. In fact, I talk to a lot of guys on Messenger. So just add me as a friend and off we go. May is very brave. She'll be so happy with this. She is. She's not all that brave, though. I like to. She's brave. I shouldn't knock her. Who wouldn't be scared, you know? And I would be scared. So none of us like that kind of pain. And so well, hopefully this will make her feel better. Hand me up. How many ladies can fit in these shorts? Yeah. Yeah, it was from the opening. Where the shorts came out. Happy Sunday. Oh, Gary, how are you, buddy? I'm looking younger these days. You know, just got a fountain of youth over there. I don't know. I had some other guy tell me I looked like I was about 80. I appreciate that, Gary. I think it's all the sleep we're getting. Everything is good, man. Today is Sunday, and at 12 o'clock, if it's not raining, I'm going to meet Mark Thornton for lunch. I won a bet, and so he's got to buy me lunch today, and it'll be good to see him and check it, and just everything's good. It rained, like I said, and it was really kind of a cool day to just yesterday. I'm speaking of to just sort of fade out and not do anything, and they have a little quarantine thing going on here that's really not a quarantine. We all kind of overreacted, I think, when it first was announced. And it turns out that we can leave our house and drive into Dumageddon and do whatever we've got to do, with the exception of restaurants. Restaurants are open for takeout, but you cannot sit inside and eat or have a cup of coffee. So essentially what this whole lockdown has done here, at least in Valencia / Dumageddon, is close down the restaurants for dine-in. That's the only thing that I can see. And possibly, I haven't checked into it, I think they just screwed the pooch for all the resorts too. So all it really did, the only effect that it did was shut down some businesses and hurt the economy. Yeah, this is a good 4th of July t-shirt, huh? Or collared shirt, golf shirt. Good afternoon, XRP Jim. Plano, Texas, right on. Hello, Wisconsin. Thanks for all the logical thinking. All right. Let's see. Don't let Gaylord. Oh, speaking of lipstick. That's what I forgot to tell you. The infamous Dean Verano, I think, is going to be back on Thursday. So it's Sunday here. So 4 days, kids. Make sure you have plenty of tranquilizers and make an appointment with your therapist, because we're all going to need help after that. But what he's supposed to do is he's supposed to have this woman that can speak English, which is what I said the conditions of the next video are. And there's a couple of guys there. One was on my channel, and you guys did a good job of beating him up. And he's gone into hiding. And then another guy, Ed, is supposed to be there in 2 days. So I spoke to Dean this morning on Messenger and asked him what day that little Chiquita Banana was going to be there to talk to us all. And he said Thursday. He's going to let me know what time. And then he also let me know that Dan was doing good and that this guy, and Ed, my friend Ed, is going to be there also. So I have some requests that I'm going to make. I don't think Nicaragua would be the spot for me, just because of the language thing. And I prefer Asian women over that kind of look. What is it? Hispanic, I guess. I don't know. That's just not my deal. I don't think the food choices there are as good as it could be. I think it would be one of those joints that it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. That's just my take on it. but I might go there at some point in time. My original plan when things open up and I go home to the States is go home to the States, maybe be there for a week or 10 days. And then I was going to fly straight into Thailand and spend a week or 10 days there and then come home. I may go to Nicaragua and then to Thailand. I'll have to see what the dynamics of that is and the expense, what it costs. I don't know. I don't think it would be a retirement place for me. Yeah, it's called Independence Day. I think it was last month, and but they don't have. I didn't see fireworks. Well, they didn't have fireworks this year because of the COVID deal. All gatherings were canceled and all that kind of stuff. But I've been through Independence Day here. When I first got here, we went out and bought fireworks, and we were shooting rockets into the sky. It's the Wild West, you know. You can buy anything you want. So we did that a couple of times, a couple of years. Last year was nothing. It was a year ago on Independence Day that a guy hit me on my scooter. And I was making a left into Hypermart, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning, I suppose. And this guy came flying by me on the left. And just as I was making the left, he hit me. And this guy, talk about bottle rockets, his bike skid, and I watched it. I went down. And as I laid there, my first thought was, what's behind me? Is there a big truck that's going to squish me like a bug? And I was able to look behind me, and I was in the good. But then I turned back, and this guy was literally flying through the air while his bike skid on the pavement. And I watched two things happen. I watched the bike just kind of fall apart as it skid down the road, and I watched this guy just go and land. And so the LTO, which is the Land Transportation Office, which is really what polices vehicles out here, happened to be there. Some guy standing on the corner with a yellow shirt. And he come over to me and he said, what happened? I said, hell if I know. And then he helped me pick the bike up and get up. And I had a couple of road rashes on me. I wasn't moving was the thing. I just dropped the bike after he hit me. I tried my best to keep it up, but lost it. And so he said, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I said, how's that guy? And so they got this guy standing up, and I guess he was going as fast as you could go. And he had been drinking. It was Independence Day. He was a local guy. And so usually I've been around other accidents, and they always rush to blame the foreigner. And that didn't happen in this case. So I guess everybody had seen it and kind of knew that this guy was at fault. And there was no mob action against me like I've seen on other deals. I've been with people in accidents and the mob came out and started blaming the foreigner. Anyway, I got this guy's eye, and I said, go check on him, please. And they did. And I asked the guy, how are you? And he went like this. And the LTO guy said, how are you? I said, like this. I said, are we good? And he goes, I don't know. And he asked the guy, are we good? And the guy said, yeah. I said, okay, I'll see you later. And I turned around and went home before everybody changed their mind and decided to blame me. I get the hell out of there. And I just dressed up the wounds. They weren't that bad. They were just, like I said, scrapes and bruises. And that was that. That was my Independence Day a year ago. That was the most out-of-touch brain dead from the White House. They're catching hell for it. I'm not sure what the tweet was. Oh, is that the 16 cents thing? I didn't know it was. I don't do Twitter, but I just saw it on somewhere on the internet. So you got to believe it, right? Now the 16 cents was there was an. I saw it. I saw it on the news on YouTube News. They said that the White House had released some sort of thing about the 4th of July, and that the average barbecue for the average American will be 16 cents less expensive. Hey, Gerard, glad you're here. So if I have 26 barbecues, yes, that's correct. But you have to buy the right products. Did they put you to sleep while getting the wisdom tooth out? They just numbed her. That is going to be my first question. Can they put her in a twilight? I'm sure she's got the equipment for it because she's, like I said, she's UCLA trained. Her and I have chatted up a little bit, just, not talking about dentistry, but talking about Westwood and UCLA and all that. Because I used to go down there when I was a kid to see movies. And so, real friendly woman, speaks perfect English, works really hard. And I honestly was thinking about it since we got this appointment, how she really makes any money, because her bills have got to be through the ceiling from going to school. You're a natural storyteller. That's a gift. Well, thank you very much, Nick. Sometimes they come out right, sometimes they don't. I'm 36, looking to move to Asia very soon. Wow. Which island out there would you recommend while in search of a wife? Lord, I have no idea, Eric. I honestly don't know. I didn't come out here looking for a relationship, and look at me. I just came out here to hang out and save some money. 36, that's a good age, man. I guess, where is it? Davao, from what I understand, is kind of a provincey town, but I understand that there's some really pretty women out there for some reason. Maybe the gene pool got spread around a little bit. Cebu, I imagine, there'd be a lot of females that you can meet. Dumaguete, not so much. I wouldn't recommend Dumaguete for your romantic life. Let's see, pay for my plane ticket to Cebu by replacing my dentures. In the U.S., no work done, just mold and picked them up, and 3 days later, right on. Let's see, California raised the price of gas $1. Illinois raised the gases by 8 cents to a gallon here in Illinois. Happy 4th. Wow. Yeah, I heard that California had the highest gas prices. Tall volcano getting ready to blow. I'm in Bantangas and getting ready to evacuate soon. Well, good luck to you, brother. I heard about that. I hope that thing doesn't really smoke it. Tag LeBaron or something like that's right next to it. So I heard that's a nice place. Cooler weather. Never been there, but that would be one of my to-do list cities to go to when things open up. Hey, good afternoon there, or good morning, or good evening to you, Rumpelstiltskin. Just Paul McGill. Yep. I don't have any special handles. It's always been Paul McGill. Maybe I could do this for you. Maybe I could put, when I get done with the live stream, guys, I will put in the description box. It'll take me about 15 minutes because this thing's got to process before it lets me post it. But I can just put a link to my Facebook in there if you guys want to friend request me. I will. Riza's, she needs to get her ass out here, but that's easier said than done. And I was thinking it would be today, but May said next week because she hit her 4,000 hours. So thank you guys that helped us with Riza. And May and I went into AdSense yesterday, and I couldn't figure out how to get her monetized. And it seems to be more complicated than when I did it. And it's always complicated when I don't have the individual here sitting next to me. And I try to communicate through May, and then she calls her, and then calls her back. Because what's going to happen, I think, if I remember correctly, they're going to ask for some verification stuff. And they're probably going to send her an email and a text all at the same time or within the same time. And so I need her parked next to me. Plus, I had a gentleman donate some money towards IT work for Riza and May and me, I guess. And so I need to try to schedule. This is so hard to do. You wouldn't believe how tough this is. Try to schedule to have Riza here, an IT person here, and everybody paying attention. Not one of those components is simple. At first, I still got to find an IT person. So, a couple of guys that I know that are really good with computers have actually volunteered to come by. But I don't like asking friends to do this kind of stuff because I'd rather hire somebody because I know what I want done. And I want to be able to tell somebody, do this, 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 and this, and let me know when you're done with that. And I can bail out because I'm paying them. I can't do that with a friend. Good morning. I live in Germany, but now I live in The Hague, the Netherlands. It's beautiful, much more than Germany. Oh, good on you, Peter. Hit the like, bend at the knee, then hit it. Exactly. That's right. If you guys do decide to hit the like button on this, I want you to be very careful because I know how complicated it can be. Make sure you bend with the knees and do hydrate by all means. Happy 4th of July, buddy. I think we got something to celebrate over there in America, huh? Things are lightening up. Things are easing up. It's costing more, but, that's kind of understandable. The rental cars, I think, are up 75%. Hotels, I believe I read, are up about 35%. I know gas is more expensive, but that's kind of typical for summer that they jack up the gas prices, pandemic or no pandemic, because they're in it for profit. And they know you're going to be traveling. And they always come up with an excuse. They always say that some tanker, went out of commission or some silly thing to justify jacking up the price. But I don't blame the rental car companies and the hotel companies for jacking up the prices because they haven't been able to do any work for the last year and a half. And they've been bleeding cash for 18, 19 months, right? So welcome to capitalism. Hello. Oh, Mystic Pizza, the movie with Jennifer Roberts, right? How do you network with expats? Okay, that's a decent question, man. Most expats that are, actually, they introduce themselves to me. And this, I'm not talking about YouTube. This is like way before YouTube. I've been on YouTube 2 years this month, by the way. I just realized that. The 16th of this month will be my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. And I lived here for 2 years prior to starting the channel. So I would meet guys really easily because I would just sit down. I'm a people watcher and a coffee drinker. So I would go places that served coffee and people were walking around. And inevitably, somebody that was a foreigner back in the day, back 4 years ago, there were a lot more of us here than there are now, would just come up and introduce themselves. They'd just say, hi. Do you mind if I join you? And I'd always say, no, sure, sit down. And so that's how I met most of the expats. And then the natural transgression is that expat that I met, we would exchange information and he might say, hey, me and a couple of friends are going to go over here tonight. If you want to come with us, we'd love you to join us. And then you meet 2 or 3 other guys via him. And then the whole circle of influence sort of thing starts. So it's actually very simple. Well, actually, we're on the live chat now, buddy. It's been over a week, I think, since I've done one. Yeah, come on, you guys. I know you're mostly older. Have you heard back from Dave about his visit to Nicaragua? I have not, but I did. I did talk to what's his doodle, Dean, and he said Dave is still there. Poor Dave. Dave tried to come on and give information. You guys just beat him up. But I was going to call Dave. I was going to give it. I'll call him before Thursday because that's when we're going to get together. But I told him, I said, look, man, he's only been there a week. I said, settle in. And after 2 or 3 weeks, I'll call you and take your temperature and see how you're doing. No, it's not observed here. Let's see. I lived in South Carolina, but live in Carolina and Mindanao for 6 months. I missed the pace. Yeah, the pace down here is definitely different. It'll lower your stress level. Let's see. Unfortunately, run by a bunch of socialism. That's my gases. I mentioned the high income taxes. Yeah, I was born and raised in California, and they are a tax-heavy state. Watched the video about the heart attack. Sounds like you went to the same hospital around the same time, Doug. No, where the hell was I? Oh God, I was in the high desert, and I went to Eisenhower Hospital, and I don't remember the doctor's name. But I was 100% blocked in a major dealio, and they put a stent in there, and it was just like magic. What a procedure, too, because I was in the ambulance, and they told me, we got here, this is our fastest time. I think it was 6 minutes since I had the phone call to the hospital. That's remarkable. We weren't far from the hospital, but that's a pretty remarkable time, buddy. And they already had me hooked up. I had IV ready to go. These guys never stopped working in the ambulance. They just putting things under my tongue, I guess a baby aspirin and something else. They were monitoring me. All the stuff was being sent to the hospital while I was being driven down there. And when I got in, they had about 14 people in that room. And they just put me on a table and started cutting off my clothes and then moved me to another table and then pushed me into a room, and in came the doctor. He looked at all the stuff. He barely said hello. He went into my groin, put a deal in, put the stent, and I don't want to exaggerate because I honestly, God, don't remember the time. Everything was happening so fast, and you can imagine what I was thinking during this whole thing anyway. But I would say 30 minutes, which is awesome because absolutely no heart damage whatsoever. It's when you delay by, I think, over 2 hours that your heart will start to become damaged if you don't give it attention. Didn't feel like I had 2 hours. Dean on Thursday. And I don't know if it's going to be evening here or morning here. Dean's got to get everything organized. He's got to probably handcuff this girl, throw her in the back of a van, get her into his house. I'm already laughing. Rocking a t-shirt. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's see. Cheaper to fly to Thailand than back to the Philippines. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah. Fly to Thailand out of LAX. So that might be a reversal. Now that you said that for me, thank you very much. It might be a good way to reverse the trip. Maybe I'll fly into Vegas from here and do that first, and then go down to California. And then there's actually a bus that goes from Indio, and I don't know how far it goes, but I'm sure they got one that makes it to LAX. Maybe they don't. I'll figure it out once I get there. So I'll have to. That's the hassle of these trips, is trying to get information on because I'm not a guy that can just fly here, fly there. I got to watch the old budgetaroo. But I know that if I go to Vegas, I can always just catch a flight, which is not a whole lot, maybe $100 from Vegas to LAX. So maybe I'll just stick with that plan. So, yeah, in fact, that sounds easier. I prefer nibbling on Asian to be Pacific also. Yeah. Any vaccine updates? I hear Philippines mostly Chinese. It sounds not as good as the U.S. Yeah, Mark Thornton, I'll talk to him today. He already got his first round of it. I've just been not reticent. I've just been lazy. I can go sign up for it. I'm priority because of my age. And I can get the shot. A lot of guys here have gotten the shot. And it is a Chinese variant. So the Chinese one doesn't scare me because it's, from what I understand, it's old school vaccine where it's dead cells as opposed to this other modified deal. So that actually reassures me more. So I think any vaccine that you get is going to be okay. I'm not afraid of it. Oh, yeah, Canada Day. Good on you. No, that'll be Thursday if we do it. And I don't know what time yet. He's got to get back to me. I don't think it's Dean's girl. I just think it's someone he found. Dean's one to improvise. Yeah. See, this is what I love. This is what I love about the Dean show. Oh, God. Queensland, nice to see you, Chris. Thanks, man. My ideal helper would be experienced Thai, Vietnamese, Chinese chef working for me full time in the Philippines. Don't care for Filipino food. Not sure why. Well, I don't like it either. So, problem isn't the chef; it's the ingredients that are available. You can get it, but it's expensive. Avoid big trip. I'm not sure what that means. You're taking the Moderna vaccine, but it's only supposed to be good for about a year. If I'm going to take the China vaccine and finally fly back to USA. I don't know, Daniel. I don't know what the rules are going to be, buddy. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a booster. Hey, happy 4th to you too, Kat. Thanks so much for joining us. Great seeing you. What are some of the cooler cities? Tag LeBaron, and what do you call it? Up in the hills there. Man, my brain. It'll come to me. Actually, where I'm living right now is cold, believe it or not. I'm in Valencia. It has its own weather pattern up here. We've been getting rain for 24 hours, and it's about a good 10 degrees, 15 degrees cooler maybe than Dumaguete. But the cooler cities, what is it, Tag LeBaron, and then where is that other place? It'll come to me. It'll come to me, buddy. Hello, Mark. Yes, barbecue 16 cents less expensive than 2020 when no one was allowed to go outside and grocery stores were empty. I just got a kick out of that. It's like, really? You're posting that? 16 cents? I'm going to give you the answer that I give everybody now with that question. Sometime in the future. Oh, okay, cool. They were impacted. Yeah, I think they just, I don't even know if I answered that question. I know sometimes they don't unless you just ask for it and pay for it up front. But they'll give her the numbing deal, where they do the injection. Oh, Baguio. Baguio's the cooler cities, higher elevations. But yeah, they got to take that tooth out and get rid of a cavity. And she ate some chocolate yesterday and the day before. And it hurt her tooth each time, but she still ate it. I know. I'm actually kind of hoping this video works. It'll be the very first time that I try to use the gimbal and this microphone. So it's going to be an experimentation video. And I think that, I don't edit. And when I say I don't edit anything out that I screw up in my videos. I just turn the camera on. And like if I do a talking head video, if I screw something up, I don't edit that out. I just let the thing run from start to finish, and then I upload it because I'm lazy. And why edit out a mistake? It is what it is. I think though, with this, for the video to have any kind of continuity at all, I don't know how to edit, but May does. So I might take a video of us like getting ready and leaving, and then going down the street. And it's going to be complicated because May wears this helmet that she can't hear me, and she'll be holding the camera. And I might be talking about something to the right, but she might be looking to the left. You know what I mean? Those are the challenges that I've already figured out in my head. So I'm going to try to get with May and say, look, when I go like that, just film over there. But hand signals are not all. I like to keep both hands on the handlebars, if you will. And so we'll do our best. We'll see if we can point out some stuff, and I'll be talking, but she won't be able to hear what I'm saying. So whether or not she'll be able to follow my lead is neither here nor there, I guess. But I'll just tell her before we leave, hey, make sure you show where we lived at Big Rock, and then make sure you show Forest Camp, and then I want to show, because going down, we'll be able to go through the Valencia Plaza, where we talk about a lot. And a lot of people, other vloggers, have done walk and talks through there. It wouldn't be anything new or unique, but it would be kind of fun to do it with this camera thing. And the microphone is really what I want to test. And give you my spin on the area, show you pharmacies, show you, the park as we drive by it, the marketplace, all that hoo-ha. And then when we get, the drive down, I know there's a way you can speed up videos. I don't know if we have the capacity to do that or not. I don't think May knows how to do it. But I'll probably ask May to cut it so that it's not boring, where you're just watching us drive for 20 minutes, But I think with talking and pointing out some places, this is where we do our laundry, this is where we go for this is where we go for that. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be fun for my diary, if nothing else. And then we'll see if it works even. Hey, what's going on, Nikki? How you doing, Mr. Ron? What's the price of gas? Oh, God, what is the price of gas? You know what? I don't know what it is. All I know is it cost me $4 to fill up my scooter every time with the best gas. So it cost me, well, it depends on how much I drive. My gas tank's not very big. So it's probably comparable to about $4 a gallon if I had to guess. I could be way off on that, though. I'll check into that. $3.85 regular USA station gas. Yeah. Yeah. They do that every summer, though. So, and then they shut down that pipeline thing. Still don't understand. What else is going on? And then they haven't been selling very much, so they're going to gouge you. Good morning. Hey, Pumpkin Joe, what's going on, buddy? We need to get together again. Good morning, Ted. From Disney World. Nice. I think if I took May to Disney World, she'd just pass out. It'd be too much information. Good morning. All right. Thumbs up. We like thumbs up. Got confirmation. Are you talking to Dean? All right. Very suspicious doctor from his email saying, let's talk on the phone, knowing emails would be seen later. We should make a Discord server. I don't know what a Discord server is. See, I'm not the sharpest tack. Hey, happy 4th, man. You guys going out to watch fireworks? What's going on? Yeah, nobody wants to work. I don't blame them. I heard that, man. Rental cars are just through the roof. I hope they settle down when I get there. We see. We started a pig farm from our local in Leyte and can't come over and take a tour and dive. Right on, buddy. Yeah, there's a guy raising pigs across from me. I only hear him in the morning when he feeds them. Happy 4th from Subic Bay. Kevin, what's going on, man? Another enjoyable chat. Always entertaining your radio voice. Enjoy lunch with Mark. Thank you, Kevin. I will. Be nice to meet you sometime, man. What's the biggest difference between the people in the United States and the people in the Philippines? I would say basically just there's a friendliness here and a more take it as it is type of attitude. It's not nearly as competitive as the States. There's no road rage here that I've observed. And just people smile at one another. There's just more manners, I would say, amongst everybody. I mean, amongst, not just towards me, but towards everybody, towards each other. So if I was to smile at in fact, when I first got here, it really blew my mind how little kids would see me and they would wave and smile. And men, if you make eye contact with anybody, male, female, old, young, and you smile at them, they'll smile right back. And that's all there is. You just traded a smile. Now, if I was to walk through a mall, for example, and smile at a 25-year-old woman, she would probably think of me as a pervert and chew me out for it. Her name's Karen. Wow, you need a 4-acre chunk of dirt. Nice. Good on you, Jim. Trust me, they have board meetings in Saudi about the electric cars. It's going to be a huge threat in the next few years. The prices will come down in a few years. Yeah, I mean, as dependence goes down and all that stuff goes up, the oil prices will drop. I have, I just don't, I just met a guy a couple, 3 days ago. That's another thing we're going to vlog is this guy's compound that he built. These are American style homes. Nobody, I think, would be ashamed to live in one. In fact, they remind me of my home my dream home that I bought in Nevada that I lived in. I was so proud to own. These houses are right up there. This guy did it right. And it's an actual compound. And I was chatting with, and what I'm saying here is he's got a lot of money invested in this. He's built his home. He's built the water tower. He actually had to pay for electrical poles and transmitters to get electric to the place. I think that cost him 300,000 pesos. And he's on a tourist visa. And him and I had a little conversation. It was the first time I met him. And we were invited over to his house through some friends. So we had a really nice time. And he's got a pool. He's got a fitness center in the compound. I think he's going to have 4 or 5 homes completed in there. All, separate, proper residences, not an apartment. And he's on a tourist visa. So him and I agreed, hey, all we got to do is bug out every 3 years. Why go through the hassle? And he's married. So, oh no, he's not married. I'm lying to you. He's got a kid, but he's not married. Yeah, there's just general friendliness. Whatever happened to Hey Vern? I asked Vern. Vern posted something, and I said, hey, let's do a follow-up interview. He's running around somewhere. He went to Albania and Turkey, and I don't know where he's at now. He's running all over Europe, and I never heard back from him. So, Panorama City, Barry. God bless you. Over there on Clearfield Avenue is where I was at, if you want to drive by. And see, I live in Ventura and use an IT guy who lives in the Philippines through organization called Upwork. He charges $6 and does awesome work. Yeah, that's interesting. Upwork. I'll write that down. Because I want a human being here, but maybe this would be better. I don't know. Hold on a second. Upwork. You guys have no idea how complicated it is to try to organize people. I won't go into the details. It's just to get them over, get everybody on the same page. We are, but we're not. It's stupid. It's a quarantine and nobody's following it. Everybody's leaving. We took it real seriously here for the first week. We went down, everybody, but Hypermart the day before was just wall-to-wall people, mostly foreigners. And May and I jumped in on the bandwagon and stood in line, and we bought $300 worth of stuff and had to have a trike bring it home. And because we were ready for the big settle-in, and we did it. We took the bait. We believed it. And then I realized that people were just moving about their business. As long as you had a face mask on, nobody bothered you. So you can go to the mall. You can go to Hypermart. You can go downtown. We're going to the dentist tomorrow. It's like nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is restaurants aren't open, and I'm not sure about resorts. I imagine they shut the resorts down too. So it just had an economic impact on local businesses. That's all it did. Didn't stop the spread of the virus because you can walk around anywhere. Dave was enamored by Dean. He makes him an unreliable character witness according to certain techniques. This makes him an unreliable character witness. According to, well, he was only there a week, Jim. So he said he met Dean, and I don't know. But there's going to be another guy named Ed there, too. And then we're going to have this little Chiquita chatting with us. So, yeah, you probably have to take everything that Dean says and then divide it by whatever zip code you're standing in. And you get the real number. Wait. Oh, is it? See, I didn't even know that. Let's see. Will your credit score when you're greetings from Rancho Cucamonga? Will your credit score in the States matter? No, it doesn't. I had the same question. I thought, man, I got good credit. This will be easy. And then run your credit. So May and I opened up a joint bank account. And from what I've heard, they, after an amount of time, they will offer you a credit card. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen. Let's see. Did moving change you? If so, can you seem super chill? Take his life going here, change the scene. Absolutely. Yeah. Totally different person. Actually, I'm the same person. I just discovered the real me. It's really the best way of putting it. This relaxed guy that you see in front of you right now was born this way, but I got wound up into something else that I wasn't in the States. And then I think I was able to rediscover myself, which was an awesome feeling. Yeah, I saw a little piece of something, and I really stick to my thing where I don't watch other people's videos, including Dean's. But I did see a slice of it, and he was driving in the car or something, and so I said, "Okay, great." Yeah, 2:30 is not a good time. I would rather do it in the morning myself, but he went back to his wife's hometown, Mabini, I think it's called, and he got a little better, but for some reason he bugged out of town and didn't say goodbye to me. So I was kind of like, what happened there? Because May and I were a little reticent on visiting with him. It's hard to get to his place on the scooter, and it's kind of far. So I don't know. We just kind of lost touch, but it is what it is. A little bothered he didn't call me and say, hey, by the way, I'm bugging out of town. Come say goodbye or have a cup of coffee. Let's see. I did better than you. 2 stints in the window maker for the first night and 3. Wow. You had 5 total stints? Widowmaker the first night and then 3 the next morning. Wow. That's a lot. Your Dennis more like received grants from the U.S. pay for a school. Yeah, that's probably a good point. That's probably a very good point. And when I was chit-chatting with her, she was saying that she roomed with like 3 different girls, all Filipinas. And, she's not frivolous with her money over there. But what trips me out is, it doesn't trip me out. I guess she loves her country, but she could go back to America and just make a killing with her techniques and her ability and her schooling. I saw a dentist prior to coming out here and got totally ripped off. they saw that I had $1,600 available for dental on my insurance for the year. And guess what my bill was? They didn't really do anything. They just ran a bunch. They didn't really do anything. But $1,600 later, I left the dentist. Number 264, welcome aboard. China vaccine is less than, why even bother? I won't be getting any vaccine. Well, 50% is better than nothing. And I'll bother because from what I understand, it keeps you from dying if you get it. And if I want to travel, I'm probably going to have it. If I miss the next Dean appearance, please ask him how much of his budget goes to amphetamines. Dude, I think that's natural stuff right there. I really do. The purpose of it would be to wait out the fill. Yeah, that was kind of the whole point I never got to make. It'd be an alternative to Mexico, which is where a lot of guys are going. It'd be an alternative to Europe. And it looks like it'd be a reasonably priced, relatively safe option to just kind of go and hang your hat for 1 month or 6 months. If you're in the States or anywhere, I guess, you've sold your house, you've got all your stuff together, you got all your things lined up for money transfers and telephones, and you're just kind of waiting it out, then why not leave and go there? That's what a lot of guys have done with Mexico. So I just think it would be an alternative. You go to both. Your experience, do you want to take the symptoms seriously? Yeah. I'll tell you what, it was really, I can't take any credit for it because I was just sitting in a chair, and the next thing I knew, I thought an elephant was sitting on my chest. And I give my coworkers all the credit because they looked at me, and one guy asked me a couple of questions, and he said, and called 911. And where I was at, you could see the fire station from where we were at. We literally could see the fire truck come down, and then an ambulance followed the fire truck. And we watched them come. They were that close. Covered by News Network, China in focus. Uganda was officially upon a multitude of their names. I don't know what that means. Baguio, yeah. Baguio is a cool spot. That's probably the coldest, yeah. I couldn't bring it out of my small reptilian brain earlier. 20 doctors died from COVID after they got the sign on the desired result. Oh, you're fine, Jeffrey. We're just getting warmed up. I was talking about the IT guy. It's not working. Oh, there you go. See, here's Pumpkin Joe. He lives out here. He's got a channel. And him and I had coffee one day. And his lovely wife and beautiful baby. And so he's more traveled than I am. Hey, yeah. Happy 4th to everybody early. It has. Yeah, I had people make comments on that video that, you killed your lawn. I thought, you don't know vegetation in the Philippines. It's got a survival instinct beyond anything else. And so, yeah, it's about, let me say 40% green. And like I said, it's raining like crazy, so that's going to boost it. And I think I have 1 pumpkin growing out of 50 planted. And improve a message. It worked very well. It's just point. There's nothing to say. Man, I don't know about these vaccines and the aftermath of them and all that. Good day, Willie. Yeah, I heard that after the second jab, there's pain, and I've never felt pain after, because I only got one when I was a kid. I got all those vaccines, but I don't know what the dealio is with the second jab. I've heard that a number of people. Hurricane also now to head west towards Central America. We renamed Hurricane. He deserves a hurricane, doesn't he? Oh, that's so funny, Peter. In case you're listening on the radio, I ordered lipstick from Dean, but he sent me a glue stick. Yeah, chocolate's actually good for your mood and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of chocolate and ice cream and candy. Uh, it's funny, man. It's like everybody's got a beer belly. I got a Ben and Jerry belly. Did you get more rain at your new place than we did? Hi, Richard. How are you, buddy? This is one of the nicest guys that's ever lived here, right here. Richard Guthrie. Took a big interest in animals. He rescued a bunch of dogs, paid for it out of his own pocket. I think he donated his scooter to the animal rescue out here before he went back to Texas. And I was hoping you'd be able to come back sooner, buddy, but you're locked up like everybody else. Yes, to answer your question, my friend, we have our own weather system up here. That's no lie. Like right now it's raining. I'll open this door. Maybe you guys can hear it. Get some fresh air in here anyway. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. But yeah, we get a lot of rain up here, and it's super cool. Like right now, it's actually chilly. And what is it? 9 o'clock in the morning. I keep hearing that. The second shot is painful. Let's see. Ford blocked that stints in all four. He lived to 80s. But I'm sorry to hear about that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. And my father had a bypass. It was before stents. No, but he can stay with Dean. Imagine those two together. Wow, what a weird thought. Here, try this pudding. I know it's fizzing, but go ahead and eat this pudding. I don't have a can, buddy. I just have a phone. I don't have it here with me. I have a big phone, a big Samsung. And then it's going to go into a gimbal. And then I'm going to attach this one wireless mic that I originally wanted. I was supposed to get three of them. So I could, no, two of them. Because I thought, yeah, two of them. So I could have a guest and we'd just be wireless. It would be all simple. But they sent me the wrong friggin' microphone. They didn't send me the good one. They sent me these silver ones. And anyway, I don't get back into that. Worst push comes to shove. I've been researching microphones though. And I'm so pissed off at this Sabine Tech that I'm almost tempted to go ahead and buy this new Boya dual microphone setup. And then I'd like to do a video comparing the two. Wouldn't have anything to do with my channel, but I don't care. I'd like to just, Sabine Tech has just been brutal to work with. They're actually very nice, but they don't have a phone number. Like when I dealt with Amazon with all of this, Amazon refunded some of my money that I was charged improperly by Sabine Tech. And then I found the number, or somebody gave me the number for Amazon, and they were rock stars. And I asked Sabine Tech, I said, hey, can I have your phone number? And they said, no, we don't have one. That's a good one, man. No, I like that idea. I love that. I'm a huge fan of both shows. That's a great, great title. I had an idea for it, but I'm almost done. I might do that. That is so funny. Good on you. I was thinking about that. I think after we get Reza set up and done and all this, I got to figure out her AdSense, which is not working. Her PayPal got frozen. I mean, everything's gone wrong with poor Reza. And May sweats it. I told her, don't sweat it. We'll get it fixed. But we got to get her ass out here. I'm no longer going to try to work remote That's how we screwed it all up the first time. So, but I do want to do another channel, and I found out how easy it is to do. And I can actually link it to my original Gmail. And so that's what I'm going to do. But I'll do it after I get Riza set up. I got so much on my plate right now between those two knuckleheads, May and Riza, and then myself, that a fourth channel would be too much. And once Riza gets the computer up and running and she's dialed in and we get her handled, I can back off of uploading their videos and stuff for her. Yeah, shows you how much money can get you. You know what? I mean, I don't disrespect the call by the courts, because that's why technicalities are there. And there's been more than one person released on a technicality, and technicality is the law. So that being said, we can't pick who gets released and who gets to stay. But what it does show is that he had enough money to keep lawyers on it all the way to where it got to, which was, I forget what the state was, but the Supreme Court. If I was arrested for anything and sentenced to jail, I wouldn't have the ability to do that unless I had somebody that was really in my corner that wanted to do it pro bono. But I just don't believe those things happen. I think about innocent people in jail. However, I also think that he should have stayed in jail, but that's just my personal opinion. But I respect what the court did, because they released him because, well, you guys know the details better than I do, because they found a flaw. And what was I trying to say? He's 80 years old, so spending 2 years in jail is like spending 20 years in jail. He's been convicted in public opinion. He's lost his career, and I did see a clip where his attorney was almost, there was no remorse, no regret, no admission, no gratitude. It was this terrible stance they took. Ten of the 20 who died from COVID have been vaccinated with Sinovac. They have done some great videos saying those wisdom teeth and the meds that we great. They have done some great videos taking to those with wisdom teeth under meds that we great. Like the video, guys, gals. Oh yeah, see, like my video. I guess the 50% is about right. I don't. What did I hear about the flu shot? 60% effective. Yeah, price of gas. I remember it was $5 a gallon. That trip out changes across the country. Oh man, tell me. I mean, she's excited about seeing a Walmart, and that would just blow her mind. But I always said, if I took you to Disney World, May, you would just pass out. It would just be too much information. You know, it would just. Discord server would be cool. What is a Discord server, kids? Help me out. Bought a new Toyota last summer, 13,000 miles on it. Now I can sell it to CarMax right now for more than I paid. Yeah. My friend Gary, the one that I was in Vietnam with, talked to him about, I'll say a week ago. And he's back in the States. And he had bought some sort of whiz-bang Mercedes. I forget what kind it was, but it was a nice one. It was an expensive one. And he had bought it used, but it was a real nice, modern late model Mercedes. He took it to what dealership did he take it to? I believe it was Ford. And he traded that car in. He got a brand new car, brand new, and a check for $10,000. They bought his car, gave him a car, a brand new car, plus on top of that, they cut him back a check for 10 grand. So he's got a free and clear car, brand new, not 1 mile on it yet, and $10,000. That's how nutty the market is. And what you're saying is you bought a new Toyota last summer. You bought it new, so you paid full tilt, MSRP, 13,000 miles on it, and you could sell it to CarMax for more than you paid. That is remarkable. That is true, because Toyota, being the first year out there, should have taken the biggest depreciation hit it'll ever see. That is something else. Man. A Discord server is like a customized chat that could be used for the community watching the Old Dog Channel. People use it for all kinds of things. I'll have to look into that. That's all I need is more technology for me to screw up. So you mean you guys would have your own setup? I can never see electric cars working in a coal plant like Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't know that much about those cars. I don't know. Trump anniversary. Hi, Paul. If you want to fly anyone, yes, bring the dollars. Bring the dollars. Check it out. It's expensive, huh, Susan? I heard. Yeah, it's the three things: rental cars, airline tickets, and hotels. Those are all brutal right now. I have this theory, too, that when things open up here in the Philippines, my little master plan to travel to different islands, I am definitely going to wait a month or two for two reasons. Number one, it's going to be stupid expensive because everybody is going to want to go at the same time. And I don't blame them. And they will go, believe me. And number two, if I did go, I'm sure I'd be disappointed because everything will be disorganized. These people haven't worked for a year or whatever it's been. At the hotel, there'll be things that go wrong. There'll be waters that doesn't work. There'll be stuff that's out of stock. I can already see it in my mind's eye of how discombobulated the whole thing will be when you go to a new island and to a new place on vacation. So when it does open up, I'll probably go home and then do my thing there. And when I get back here, I'll rest up for a couple weeks and then take May to some islands. And by then, I hope it'll be straightened out. Yeah, you can hear the birds. It stopped raining though. Thank goodness, because I'm supposed to leave today. Is he in Serbia? That's where he is, huh? For some reason, I haven't seen any posts from him. But I would like to interview him again, do a split screen like we're doing now. You see, a tourist visa works fine for me. You just have to leave the key. Yeah, that's my theory too, Ron, is, COVID screwed up a lot of things. There's a lot of guys that are on tourist visas that have expired, and they told them they got to leave. So there's the downside. I got lucky. I got real lucky. I just came back from Vietnam when this whole thing started. So I've got a year and a half on my visa. But other guys have hit the wall. Hey, my friend, how are you? I hope you heard the shout out May gave you on her last video. It's at the end of the video. She wants to thank you for helping her with her garden. I don't know if she sent you an email or not. I just walked in there. They didn't ask for anything. Well, there you go. Good for you. Here, they make us put a face shield on over a mask. No, No, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. May and I were sleeping all day yesterday because we got rained out. Philippine American Friendship Day, July 4th. Well, I expect everybody to give me a lot of friendship today then. If I want to travel from the States, I would have to go through Manila first. Well, Valencia is on Negros Oriental. So I think there's another Valencia just down below Manila. So I think there's not just one Valencia. So I don't want to, because a couple of guys have said, where is Valencia? I keep seeing different places. And so I think there's an actual town called Valencia below Manila on Luzon. So that being said, I'm on Negros Oriental. And if you wanted to know where I was, Dumaguete would be an easier place for you to start. And then I'm just up the road from there. I certainly hope that it goes good. I do too. You know, it's a process of elimination, I figured. You know, I started off with eyeglasses, and then now we're going to go to the teeth. And then if that doesn't work, we got to look at our diet. Let's see. Hey, Robert, your videos are good. You're going to do another video of Bud Brown, great comedy team. I was just thinking about Bud Brown this morning. And yeah, we will. We will definitely do that. In fact, I'm going to have him call. I'm going to call him probably today and see if he wants to meet me at this place that is open, because our quarantine thingy got extended out till the 15th. And then I'm sure they'll extend it out another 2 weeks. And all it's doing is shutting down restaurants, which is where Bud and I meet for coffee. But I have found a few secret locations that are open. So that being said, I'm overdue with my monthly chat with Bud Brown. We always have an awesome time when we get together just one-on-one and shoot the breeze. And then we also really enjoy doing the live streams together. Hey, Paul, I'm thinking about purchasing a condo in either Philippines or Thailand. That's probably the reason. I'm just curious what you would do and why. I wouldn't buy anything, but that's just me. I'm not saying it's wrong. Thailand, I don't trust at all. I know too many guys that have come out of Thailand saying they were feeling grateful they got their money out of the bank. So I would think long and hard about that, buddy. As far as buying a condo out here, sure. If prices are low and that's what you want to do, you can always rent it out as an Airbnb. You could always rent it out, or you could live in it. So yeah, I've got nothing against that. It's not my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I'm still laughing. Good old Dean. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you very much. I'll put that towards Bay's Garden too. We just bought some seeds. We dug up the new section the other day, and so we're gonna have this place gardened out. My friend just bought one, and he actually bought it from the guy that came here from Thailand. The guy that came here from Thailand bought it brand new for about 190,000 pesos. He then decided it wasn't powerful enough for him, and he bought a truck, a used truck, late model, and he got just the killer deal of the century on this truck. And he's such a cool guy that when he put the trike up for sale, the three-wheeler, it's called a Baja, and he put it up for sale for only 100,000. And it just so happened that my friend Gary was going to buy a new one and saw his ad for it, went over and bought it, and saved him about 90 grand. He got it for like half price. It's got like no miles on it at all. It's just been around the block a few times. And he asked this guy, he said, I don't want to say his name because I know he's a very private man, but he said, why are you selling it so cheap? And the guy says, because I got such a great deal on my truck, I thought I'd pay it forward. And that's the kind of guy he is. He's made his money. He's got money. He could afford to spend, I don't know what he spent for maybe 25,000 US dollars for this truck. I mean, it was a nice big ass truck, but even that was a bargain, and he knew it. And the guy that sold it kind of found out after the fact that he had sold it for too little, but it is what it is, right? But yeah, those three-wheeler deals, they're nice. My friend that bought it has a family, got a wife and two kids, so it's perfect for him. I don't care for it simply because you're still driving a motorcycle. If I bought anything new, I want a car. I want a wheel and I want air conditioning. I'm going to spend the money. Where am I here? Oh, there it is. Sorry. It's the rent, never buy. Well, I don't say never. If it was my place and I knew I was going to be there and I was in love with it, I know a number of guys out here that have condos in Cebu, and they don't have a problem with them. Of course, it all depends on how much money do you have. Can you afford it? My theory is don't buy anything you can't afford to walk away from because you're in a foreign country. Now, if I was a multimillionaire and I bought a condo for $100,000, call it, probably wouldn't miss the 100,000. Yeah, you always got to keep your eye out here. Hey, greetings, Robert. How are you? Bad things happen all over the place everywhere. That's another sage advice. I've been meaning to do a video about long distance relationships, but it's just overdone. What do you guys think? You think I should take a spin at it? Let's see. Google sucks. That's a fact. Dean will come on with a hand puppet named Chiquita. That speaks very good English. Chiquita really likes American Man. Dean and his lipstick. We got to see if she's got crib notes when she comes on. I've heard that. Ecuador is good. Okay. Greetings, buddy. Let's see. Am I getting ahead of myself here? I can't wait till you can join me too. Yeah. If you want to purchase, bro, purchase. I think right now is a great time to buy, to be honest with you, because there's no occupancy out there. It's low because of COVID. It's kind of the opposite of the United States, where everything's going sky high. I would imagine if you're watching Geo or any of those guys living out there, you might want to quiz them a little bit. Because they're boots on the ground, Don't be afraid to reach out. Let's see, do you feel safe there? I feel totally safe here. There's less crime here than the States, way less. And there's sections of the Philippines that you should avoid. Just you can look at your travel advisories. So, but I've been in those places too. I dated a girl that was from the roughest place here. It's called Zamboanga, down in southern Mindanao. I went down there, but she wouldn't take me through half the town. She said it was too dangerous. Or tall. Yeah, grass is coming back nice. I miss the green. Let's see, the Philippine American refers to the Philippines Independence Day as the U.S. on July 4th, 1946. Oh, okay. Right on. I bet you a lot of people out here don't know that. Thanks for your input. Instead of buying, I'd be interested in hearing them. Oh, yeah. Home of Jack Nicklaus and Mr. Ron. There you go. I knew a woman that worked for Jack Nicklaus she didn't work for him like an employee, but she would volunteer during some of his tournaments. She was a piece of work. Second jab hurt the next day with muscle soreness and exhaustion. Was gone the next day. I keep hearing that. John Doe, it's safer here than U.S. Yeah, that's true. I lock my doors, though. I got May. She might run away. Yeah, that's exactly right. Baguio and Tagake, if I'm saying that right. Tagake, Tagatai, or something like that. Let's see. Study out of Germany, 10,000 subjects, 80% of pregnancy miscarried after the jab. Ooh. Consider the interest that would generate among those advocates drastic public. My second jab hurt for 3 days with no other symptoms. I wonder why that thing hurts. How you doing, Trinidad? Oh, guys, have your argument outside. Yeah, we had fun. We had a little contest. I won. But he brought it up. He made a bet out of it. So today I score my free lunch. What time is it in Tobago? I don't know. It's 9:19 here. Let's see. You can scale. You can't scale me. I'm married to a scare you. I'm married to a Filipina. That's true. Filipinas watch your ass. Do I have a helmet? Yes. So does May. Oh yeah, you're taking the Pfizer. I think I'm getting the China one. Let's see. Think about the expenses. I've been in contact with realtors. Okay. Maybe you guys can start your own chat. Google will be broken up. YouTube, Google Maps, Google Earth, Gmail won't be able to stand on their own, much less with the new competition. What are your thoughts on that? I'm not aware of the new competition. I have heard that there's some platforms that are trying to compete with Facebook. I don't like Gmail, I'll tell you that much. I get lost in Gmail. I liked my old Hotmail. I would never have changed it if I knew what I knew now. But I think I had to get Gmail or some bullshit to start the YouTube. Can't remember. But I hope there's some competition. I hope there's an alternative to YouTube. And you know what I really hope there's an alternative to? PayPal. What a pain in the ass. I've got $43 laying around. I don't know how to get it. I got a refund of $23 from a company that refunded me because they overcharged me. And then I had a guy get them to give me a $20 credit. This guy had donated, Jeffrey, he donated money to me to pay for the IT people for a reason, and they wouldn't release the funds. So he spent an hour and a half on the phone with them, and they finally released the funds. And then they gave me $20 because they had charged me that as a fee to receive the money. And so I was supposedly made whole. I don't know where the $20 is or the $23 because I just sent somebody $100. So I thought it might have been reduced by that, but it wasn't. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are still arguing with each other? We'll call one eyes. Yeah. Amazon. Yeah, that's true. An RV would solve bad neighbors, wouldn't it? Let's see. First shot, 5, and second shot was a lot better. The third day, I was golfing. Good. I don't think there's a big percentage of people dying or anything from it, but I don't know. I don't know about that pregnancy thing. Amazonia. Yeah. Amazon. They're taking over the world, huh? Let's see. Jim McGetty has brownouts just as much as I do. We have a lot of brownouts. We had one this morning. Skinner, Westchester High. I don't know what that means. Bill Cosby got released on Wednesday, hump day. Oh, Bill. Paul announced that there's a pig farm across the street, and Richard thinks he sees the future and what neighbors might live in the future. Well, you guys, I think, are arguing about whether to buy or lease. Yeah, he is. He got off on a technicality. So you had to go through that if I'm thinking of purchasing an urban city. Okay. Middleman out got a place in Clark that sells them. We got a lot of real estate today. I watched the interview of Cosby attorney basically inspired women were liars and Cosby committed the rape. Yeah, come on. He already confessed, right? In the, what was it, the civil suit? He already said he did it. I just say man up and say, yeah, I did it. Pennsylvania. I'm a lawyer, was happy to see him locked up, but absolutely shady that the prosecutor since tricked him. That should never be had to be. I see. That's exactly what I say. I'm glad you're an attorney because I believe in the law. And even if I don't like the verdict or the outcome, I think that that's what strengthens America so much, is going by the letter of the law. And if he was told, you do this, we won't prosecute you, and then they prosecute him, then that's just not, then they would never have had that. In other words, if they hadn't have made that promise to him, he would never have allowed himself to be deposed in the other one. What's it called? A civil lawsuit, where I guess the woman can sue him and get some financial benefit. Yeah, if you tell a guy, we're not going to use this, and you're a person of authority, then you have to stick by that. Let's see. Custom jeepney builders would be able to do most of the body. They're hungry for work to do. What are you guys talking about? RVs. Why buy when you can rent? Discord, one of the platforms. Oh, Discord is one of the platforms where right-winger went to chat amongst themselves, but it's not just for them. I don't want a right-wing, left-wing site. I just want a neutral site, but something that's not as controlling. Yeah, I'm just an old hippie. I don't through any more loser fights wherever I travel in the future. As far as I'm concerned, you're right. I'm leaving to have a better life. No. Right now it's cool. And when it gets hot here, it never gets hot like Vegas. Vegas was the proverbial dry heat and scorching where the pavement hurts. Here, it's more of a humid Florida kind of heat. Oh, you guys are still arguing. Jesus. You guys need to get a rum. I sent him about a new Toyota truck. It says value up to it. That is insane. I guess there was a shortage of cars. How can that be? So many cars on the road. And I mean, people have got to feel kind of stupid paying so much for a car unless you just really have to get it. Because don't forget, boys and girls, what goes up must come down. And I was just shocked that real estate prices went so high. I thought during COVID, everything would drop off because people weren't working and houses would go into foreclosure and nobody would have any money. But once again, I was wrong. A Discord server is difficult with anyone chiming in. That's why it's called Discord. Yeah. So, Paul, you joined Baby May on the hippie scene. Yes. Yeah, my little hippie chick. Windmills work in Alaska, so electric cars can work in cold climates too. I just like the idea of seeing America independent of outside countries to do anything. Right now, there's some kind of problem with computer chips. There's some kind of element or metal that they can't get a hold of, I guess. And that's why the cars are being shorted out. You'd be in trouble if you had to bike out in the last year and now wouldn't be able to get back in. Well, that was my whole reason I stayed. I mean, I can leave tomorrow. I can leave this afternoon if I want to. No tests, no nothing. But getting back in, I don't know when that is. So How long do I want to pay 2 rents? Yeah, I wish it would too. And they keep changing their tune. I mean, one week they're talking about how horrible and overcrowded our hospitals are, and then they lighten up on that. So I don't know. Thanks, man. Yes, happy 4th of July to all my American friends there. When does the Dean building begin? No bidding necessary, kids. All right, this is all going to happen. I'm happy to do it for you. And I can tell you some stories about some fights I got in with guys about this Dean thing, but it's neither here nor there. No bidding. This is totally on the house. And that got out of hand in a hurry, didn't it? Hey, old dog, think you and Baby May are so good. Stay on your channels make the Philippines seem like home. Kentucky needs a decent governor. Interested? No. Thank you, Paul. No, I'm no politician. Thank you very, very much, Grumpy Dude. Let's see. A return air ticket from Canada to Iceland costs Canadian $560 plus surcharges, fees, and taxes. Total Canadian $1,130. Is that high compared to what it would be before? Let's see. Robert Angel. I've been concerned Facebook getting targeting with anybody. Yeah, Facebook and those guys, they are all on their own little thing. I'd like to have an alternative to it. Yeah, there are. There are. In fact, now that we've been talking about it, I actually remember researching a place called Valencia. And it was just, if my memory serves me right, it was about an hour from Manila. And it seemed like a pretty good deal. It was kind of like, but then that was the last I saw of it. This thing keeps moving on me, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Thailand trying to open Philippines. I'm going to call it 2023. I would agree with you. I would say next year. I mean, I always just kind of say in the future. There's a Valencia in there, CDO, and also a nice mountain. Yeah, I imagine there's several Valencias. I should just go back to saying Dumaguete. Be easier for people to, pinpoint. Under 100 COVID deaths in the United States. Well, eventually it's got to wean itself down unless it keeps. Can it be the altitude? Nah, she's lived out here all of her life. She actually lived higher up than we are now. She lived up the mountain. That's a good suggestion. Food allergy. I think, trying to get her to eat doesn't work. May is very hard-headed. And I don't like to boss anybody around. I make suggestions, but I don't ever threaten or I don't, draw a line in the sand with her. She's an adult woman. I go, listen, here's what I think. I think you should try this, this, and this. She never disagrees with me, but then she just goes out and does whatever the hell she wants, which is one of the things that appeals to me about her. Because I told her the other day, she hit 8,000 subscribers, by the way. Thank you, guys. And so I said, let's go celebrate your 8,000 subscribers. And she was very excited about that. She loves a good celebration. Any reason to celebrate, she's happy. Throw a party, knees in. And so I took her to a little coffee shop that is open. I'm not going to say where because I don't want to get them in trouble. But I took her there and I bought her. I said, what do you want? She goes, I want that fudged cake. I said, okay. And how about some hot chocolate? She said, yeah, because she loves chocolate. So I got her a hot chocolate and fudge cake. How you like that combo? And we got home, she had a headache. And I said, well, chocolate. Because every time you eat chocolate, you get it, not necessarily a migraine, but you get a headache. And she said, yeah, I know, but I love it. And I said, well, I hope you love it as much as you love headaches. And the headaches aren't that big a deal, but the migraines are. So I told her, you know what? You do what you want, but I would stop eating chocolate just to make sure that you don't get any more headaches. And wouldn't you know that I had a chocolate bar in the refrigerator, and I'd forgotten about it. But I mean, I saw it, but I just left it. So I'm trying to knock off of that stuff. So the next day, what does she do? One of her first announcements is she goes, you know, I ate some chocolate last night. After I made this whole speech about chocolate, I said, why did you do that, May? She goes, because it was really yummy. I said, well, if you got a headache, don't bitch to me. All right, some more health news there. The girl at the restaurant said they were too much. Yeah, it's all optics, huh, Ron? It's crazy. Condo, I like the guidance that one should wait at least before making any major decisions, including buying real estate. Yeah, I always wait. I don't know. I like to do my research on big purchases. You know, I almost bought a car the other day. No, it's not the other day. That's going back about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I didn't pull the trigger. It just didn't feel right. Well, hey, Freddie, thanks for that, man. We appreciate you checking in from Petersburg, Florida. Welcome to the team here, kid. Let's see. Policy, some of them going to take into serious consideration. Oh, you guys are still discussing the condo. I would check into the prices. If they're 30% below what they normally are, it might be a good time to pounce on it. I just don't like the idea of buying a property in a foreign country. And there's just something about it that I feel like there's a lack of control. But again, I'm overly paranoid. But if you have a plethora of expats that want a first world country, it's going out there and saying it works sometimes. It usually is a mistake. Absolutely. Everything's safer than two wheels. Three-wheeler, you can run over a dog or hit a dog, and won't have nearly the effect. You're going to stay upright. I guess you could tip over if you're at the wrong angle and the wrong speed, but yeah, the three-wheeler would be a safer way to go. When you met up with Bud Brown, I'd like to come along and wanted to donate $1 to your channel. You're welcome to come along anytime. Chiang Mai Removals is a company that will literally go in, pack your stuff, and ship it anywhere in the world. Well, that's nice. What happens when they kick you off the property and send you home with zero? Has happened. You guys still talking about property? Relationship advice would probably be helpful. Now, that was a question I asked like an hour ago. Let's see. If you're old, senile, not capable of moving once a month, maybe you should be in an old age home. Chiang Mai has one of those, FYI. Hi, Paul. Does chatting to friends, relatives in the States using video chat? Yeah, it works perfectly. Messenger is awesome. It's just awesome. I talk to friends that are right in the middle of America, and it's just timeline, really. Now, the picture comes in clear, and audio is great. There's a lag every now and then, usually on my end. Let's see, got cover D, the Philippines, got COVID D, cover D in the lower states, Mexico. Not going to the Philippines until next year. Yeah, but next year seems to be the way to go. An exit strategy is always a good idea, kids. Let's see. Hi, Paul. 600 days in long-distance relationship, 20 months, but been together 7 times now for 4 years. I think big difference LDR if you've met already, but still needs effort. Yeah, I've got a lot of opinions on LDRs. I've seen some work. I've seen most fail. What did you have for breakfast? I had 2 hamburgers. It looked good at the time, but turned out to be a bad idea. I needed fries. My wife comes from Sikihor. I love Sikihor. It's so safe you could fall down drunk on the main road. Yeah, Sikihor is a very, very friendly place. I think I will pay a bit more in Mocktown, Newtown, Cebu. Yeah, I think that would be the place to live. That's where all the boys that were here left to. They seem to like it. Let's see. All the best. Oh, good for you, William, getting married. God bless. Yeah, boy. Again, I would go into it on a video, but I'm wondering if you guys think if it's been overdone. I mean, I'd probably just be, I don't watch other channels, but I know that they're out there. I'm just curious if you think it's overdone. Jim's Journey. We haven't heard from you. He bet it. Yeah, that's the answer. But he made the bet as I was leaving. Now, these guys will get out and assist you on the side of the road. Yep. Yep, it's okay, Jim. Yep, that's what the bet was. Let's see, a scammer helping to manage an Airbnb unit in Thailand told the owner it got trashed and would cost a ton to repair. Owner is in the U.S. and had a Thai blogger go check it out for him. Place was fine. That was using your head. Hey, Rudolph, how are you, buddy? Out there in Perth, Australia. Nice. If someone has 1.7 in liquid and no pension, could you still retire a visa, or would they need to get some other kind of visa? Retirement visa. Yeah, I don't think you have to. I don't know if you got to prove income or not, to be honest with you. I don't know that much about all these visas. There's guys that do. And I still, after 4 years, I still get muddled up in it because I just don't have any interest in it. If I got married to May, then we would have to go to a different kind. I could go to a different kind, but since that's not in the future, then why bother? So, but I guess the best thing to do on all these visas, guys, is just go to the immigration website. They probably give you the most accurate and up-to-date instead of listening to someone like me. I'm an old farm boy from Indiana. Been to Thailand a few times, started watching your channel now. I'd like to try your area. Yeah, I would say Downland is a good place for the beach. And then, yeah, I like Downland. Downland's got really pretty beaches. It's about 20 minutes from me, 25 minutes. What are a couple of my pet peeves here? The brownouts is a pet peeve, and then out of stock is a pet peeve. There's 2. Do not take the China one. 50% effective is not enough. All I want to do is get on a plane. I've already had COVID, so I've been through this. So is May. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Hey, old dog, you're aware that only Pfizer is I did the research. Well, I got to take what I can get. See, I don't have options out here. It's whatever they've got. I can choose to take it or not take it. So if all they've got to offer is a China vaccine and it's got a 50% effective rate and it gets me on a plane, I'm all over it. Why don't you old goats download the Vim and make it love easy? Who's an old goat? Who are you calling an old goat? We're just getting started in life, pal. Cash App. I don't know what that is. LOL. You guys keep having the same conversation. One alternative to YouTube is, see, that's coming up. Blockchain based. Check it out. All right. That'd be interesting. Let me write that down. What an alternative to PayPal. What a pain in the balls they are. What is that? THETA. Okay. See, I'm the one talking, but I'm taking the notes from you guys. Let's see. I imagine May standing inside the entrance of Disney World for the first time, breathing hard with the ears pinned back. Is just too much joy. Yeah, exactly. Bluff, buddy. I'm telling you. Thanks, by the way, for all the information. I'm eagerly awaiting your latest update on the Social Security thing. You guys don't mind if I talk to Biff for a minute, do you? But yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Is she would? It would just be. I just think she'd pass out. She would take one look and wouldn't be able to just comprehend it all. But too young for pension or Social Security. I forgot the question. Oh, visa. I don't know if you can get a retirement visa. I guess you could. I guess. I don't know. So if I don't know, I don't say. Or let's just say, yeah, oh boy, we would roll out of there with 17 pairs of ears, wouldn't we? She'd have one of each color. She would have them all. I know that's coming. I would really love to take her there, though. Oh, if you invest $300,000, you can retire. Okay, there you go. I know there are some bank deposits that you can make. I think out here it's 10,000 USD, and you can get some kind of I forget what it's called. Talking about yeah. I've been sleeping much better since you got home, says Bill Cosby's wife. That's too funny. I'll read this for the guys listening on radios. I've been sleeping much better since you got home, says Bill Cosby's wife. I love that kind of humor. I like the uncomfortable stuff, being made fun of. Arnold Palmer, taking one each. I made a comment one time on I was doing an interview with some little girl. I shouldn't say little girl, young woman that May had over, and just to clarify, she was over 18. But May put her on the couch with me and said, "Here, interview this girl. She wants to be on your channel." So okay. So I don't even remember her name. And so what were we doing? We were chatting about something, and she kept laughing instead of answering the question because she was really nervous. But she asked me, "Could she be on the channel?" And so I said, "You want something to drink?" And because she was all wound up, and she says, "No, I'm okay." And I had a glass of something. And I said, "No, really, it's my special Bill Cosby blend." And I got cards and letters, boys and girls, about how improper that was. It's just a joke. You were talking about age restrictions. I don't know how long you can stay in the Philippines. They said, you keep it balanced between two every few months, keep it fresh. That's kind of my plan on the tourist visa. Is I was going to leave every 5 months so I could escape doing the exit visa, which is a pain in the nuts. But then I found a company here that will actually do the exit visa for me. So it wouldn't have to be every 5 or 6 months, because 6 months you have to get what's called an exit stamp. And so now that I've got them at my service for $20, they take care of all that for you. But I would leave the country at least once a year, just for my own sanity. Not for the visa so much, but just to get out of here and go someplace new. Hey, first left is just BS dividing. Yeah, true. I believe that's true. But there was some kind of incident with the Chinese that they were sending a bunch of really young kids over here in their 30s. I say kids, but they were in their 30s and they were gaming the system. So they may have modified that. Good morning, Ralph. It's going good. Time is it? 9:48. We'll go on for another 12 minutes. Let's see. It's an experiment drug, not a vaccine. It's killed millions and disabled things. You won't last 5 years. Not even FDA approved. Well, that's enlightening. Let's see. That's true, too. Show a record of that. Discord is a live voice chatting free service popularized by online video communities. We have another way to go here. Let's put Dean on that. See what happens. Hey, the Chuck, thanks for joining us. Maybe in a year or two, houses will go into foreclosure again. What goes up must come down. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's inevitable. You know, what's funny is I was looking at, I don't know what prompted me to do this, but I was looking at my house in Vegas, 8508 Copper Knoll, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89128. I looked it up on Zillow. $450,000. I sold it for $175,000 in foreclosure. Short sale. Should have stuck around. We got the Vegas weather report. It's 102. That ain't bad. That ain't nothing. It's the $1.18s that kill you. Online gamers made Discord what it is today. I'll have to look at this Discord thing. That's all I need. I forgot until now. Sorry, I'm getting old. Oh, it was a shortage of computer chips that slowed production. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Shortage of computer chips. But what caused that? I think it was a metal, right? Some sort of metal. 100 a day. I heard that also. Stupid money. Yeah. Don't you ever wonder if these are manufactured shortages? That's what goes into my head. I realize I have enough money every time, but visa requirements to leave the country in 30 days is a legal issue. Yeah, go to the website, my friend. Go to the actual immigration website, and they should be able to address whatever issue you don't listen to us. Go to the official site. The last 1.5 years during COVID booming. I know. It's nuts. I mean, I'm happy for people getting a lot of money, but I'm afraid it's going to overprice and burn out the market. And then what happens to us old folks? What do we buy? Nothing. Mark of the Beast, 666. That's a fact. Let's see. I want to get some new people in here. If you want to stay, maybe stick a ring on it. After all, she's not after the money you don't have. Sure, that came from. Hey, Paul, you look, well, I'll just put this over my face. I look 30 years younger. Thanks, Murphy. Good morning, Paul. Let's see, Alan Julie. Hey, good morning to you, dear. Yeah, they had a problem with them freezing up, didn't they? From the high desert in southeastern Oregon. I didn't know Oregon had a high desert. How you doing, Scuba? I don't know, PhD, that's why I'm here. With the amount of money you have, I seriously know you will not have any problems in your future. Success to you. What are you guys getting into here? No. See, that's the thing. You need to go, I'll say it one last time. You need to go to the website, the official immigration website that deals with visas for the Philippines government to answer those kind of questions. You don't want to listen to us yahoos. Everybody's just got opinions here. But I think you're right, Rick. I am married to the game, baby. Let's see. Let's get some new people in here. The Philippines economy is taking a hard hit. I see the rate there is 49.33 pesos to the dollar. Yeah. I don't know if it's the Philippines taking a hit or the dollar just getting stronger. I don't know which way it's going. Toyota Camry is the best car, and I think the Toyota Camry is one of the best cars ever produced. End of story. I think, who is it? The Berkshire Hathaway guy. What's his name? He drives a Camry. I don't know. It all comes across the most sincere by far. Well, thanks, Why, Jack. YouTube struggled to make a profit to recently knows with Google subsidizing. Google is broken up. YouTube will answer AdSense. Yeah, that's probably true. I've always looked at this as temporary anyway. I heard prices are up because they cut car producing way down. Now supply is up. It is supply and demand. Same with food and lumber prices. Yeah, and Ed, I think the dealio was a computer chip, and I was like, why is a computer chip shortage? Because the computer chip, what's it made out of? And I guess there's some sort of special alloy like titanium or some sort of metal or whatever. Maybe that got short. I don't know. Maybe it's just a fake shortage. Who knows? Ugh. But the car producing went down because they couldn't get the chips. Scared me when you left the camera. I thought Dean was coming on. Oh, Dean makes an impression, doesn't he? I have never had anybody talk about a guest more than Dean. You know, I've had all kinds of people on here, and they don't ever bring them up. Well, as a tourist visa, keep your nose and has to leave us if we can come right back. That's correct. That's why I'm a simple guy. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So for 3 years, I'm good for another year and a half. Hypothetically, I've never done this, but hypothetically, I can fly to someplace close. And a lot of guys just go to Singapore. There's apparently a round trip ticket from here to Singapore is super cheap if you catch it at the right time. And I did have a friend that I know personally who looked me in the blues and said he flew from here to Singapore, sat in the airport for 2 hours, got back on the same plane with the same crew, and flew back into the Philippines, and they stamped him back in. And he was good for 3 more years. And I think all it had done was it had crossed over to the next day. In other words, he left at 10 o'clock at night, sat there till midnight. By the time he arrived in the Philippines, it was 2 or 3 in the morning, something like that, the next day. So he was legal. You could die of a heart attack and they'll say it's COVID. Yeah, they are making a lot of claims here in the Philippines. I won't speak for anywhere else, but they are investigating the Philippines for claiming that all these deaths that they're having in their hospital are COVID related. And from what I understand from my friend whose daughter was diagnosed with COVID, that the hospital gets subsidized a lot of money if they claim they're dealing with a COVID patient. What's TMJ? I've heard of that. TMJ. Hopefully this tooth thing fixes it. Eating crabs. No. I knew a girl that, a woman in the States that used to eat cheese, and it would put her down for days. What is TMJ? I remember hearing about that. Yeah, you're right. Chocolate definitely triggers. That's a trigger for a lot of allergies. It's too bad because it's so yummy. But she just came right out and defied me, which is great. She had this little look on her face like, yeah. I used to get migraines out of dental problems. Dentist didn't want to take out a healthy tooth, but I was right. Good on you. Yeah. I used to get earaches. Now that I think about it, I used to get earaches all of the time. And once my teeth got taken out, no more earaches. Canine, what's going on, my friend? Thank you very much. Always love to see you, my buddy. There's a nice man right there, is Canine. Let's see, where am I? Let's see, I may take her blood pressure than ever tested for diabetes, check her sugar level, would be a huge headache. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is that it's, I'm trying to say? The hypoglycemia, the lack of sugar and whatnot, is she eats the same thing almost every day. She eats fish. She eats her rice. You're not going to find a Filipino that doesn't eat rice. Try stopping them. I dare you. You'll lose an arm. And she eats, the usual crap like spaghetti and chicken, and she's huge on fruit, huge on vegetables. She'll eat 7 mangoes if you let her. So she eats really healthy. The only thing she got addicted to recently was French fries. So I don't know. Well, she got to drown those in a bunch of ketchup. You know what, Ed? That's a good suggestion. And actually, I took her to the doctor, my doctor, for this. And she said it's probably from looking at the phone so much. And that was her diagnosis. And so I guess the next step will be so we got her glasses. And then she was still looking at the phone a lot. And I got her a computer. And so now she's on the computer. But I have to give credit where credit's due. She's managed to get Weasel Me into helping her with her videos so that they don't even require editing. In other words, she'll do her video and I'll do the talking. And the reason behind that, the method behind her madness, is that she would be talking and then halfway into the video, she would bungle something up in the English. And then if she was interviewing a girl and the girl bungled it up, she would shoot the video for 45 minutes and whittle it down to 20 minutes. And it was taking her all day editing and staring at the computer and having to listen and redo it over and over and over and over and over again. So we kind of eliminated that this last month because most of her videos, since I got this gimbal, it's really easy for me to help her. And so she talks, but I kind of lead the conversation and I fill in the gaps, which just speeds things along. And we can just upload her video without any editing. And so it was the editing that was killing her eyes. And still, after doing that, she still gets the headaches. So the eyes we've addressed because of the doctor. And now once we do the teeth, if that doesn't fix it, it's back to the doctor and we'll just do a whole blood work and whatever else they friggin' think. Should trade her in for another model. She's not pregnant, bud. Dairy products, yeah. Well, the dark, I agree with, and we don't have aspirin here, but we do have ibuprofen and what is it called? Advil and Aloxan. And I got some dedicated pain relievers, but she hasn't had one for a while, so I still got those in the drawer. They're over-the-counter stuff. But I'm just hoping this teeth thing, straightens it out. Living in the shuttle bus. Good on you. Let's see. Video request. Why don't you old goats use Venmo? I have May or someone else make videos about how to use Venmo and PayPal, whatever else. It will get 1 million views. Hey, Mr. Steeplepalm. What's up? It's been raining, my friend, but I think it just cleared up. I hope it stays clear because I'm supposed to go meet my friend Mark for lunch, victory lunch. Uh, uh, uh. Opened up a Charles Schwab account and discovered Wells Fargo does direct deposits to the Philippines for only $4. Nice. I like Schwab though because you can use your ATM for free, although I don't have one. Thanks, Sam. I don't know what we're talking about today. I didn't come in with an agenda. I just thought I'd bring you guys up to date as to what we've been kind of not doing. Yeah, the fireworks always got the dogs, huh? Because I'm a dog lover too. I had wiener dogs. I had dachshunds, and they just flip out. All dogs flip out. Can't blame them. I bought my ex a house, but have the underpaid was less than the hotel. That was, yeah. There's a thought. Never buy anything you can't afford to walk away from, huh, buddy? You know. So if you buy the girl a house and it didn't kill you, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but we went to a guy's compound he's got 4 or 5 houses built, and it was Western style homes, big. I would call it 2,000 square feet by my recollection, maybe a little more. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a den, full blown modern kitchen. 6 million pesos. That's $120,000. And we really want to vlog out there. May really wants to do it. And I do too. I think it's a real interesting take on what's available out here for guys that don't want to live like me in a little house, and they don't want to live out in the province, and they don't want to live in the city, but they want to live a Western lifestyle as far as their home goes. That's the option, I think. And this is a compound where it's all walled in and gated. It's got 24-hour security. It's got a whiz bang water tower. It's got internet. I think the monthly dues that he's charging there is somewhere around $20 a month, maybe $25, and that's going to cover all your water. They actually have a gate guarded by a guard. The guard lives in the guard tower or the guard house with his wife and kids. Fairly good size. So that's a good deal. And the gate's electronic. They had a nice view. There's a fitness center and a pool. So I couldn't duplicate that in Vegas. I know I had an old condo with a crappy pool with a bunch of rotten teenagers in it all day. And I was paying something like $150 a month for that privilege. No, thank you for offering. But he's actually moved. His name's Jason. He moved back to his wife's province or something. And I guess he healed up recently. He didn't call me. I'm kind of confused as to what happened. Maybe he just had big things, bigger, better things. Make sure it's hotly hydrated, knocks the water, headaches, and other issues to them. Yeah, you're right. And she's actually very good. What we discovered with both of us recently, I'm not a fan of this beverage because it caused a lot of bags under my eyes due to extra salt. That's where that came from. I had a doctor tell me because I asked him, why are these things here? Gatorade. These are from me drinking all this Gatorade. Not here, but back in the States. But we found that Gatorade was awesome for us whenever we got a fever. And this last month, May and I have both had some fevers. I don't know what from. They only lasted 2 days, off and on. Both of us had it. I don't know what we caught. We were kind of down for the count. I got off worse than she did. I spent one whole day in bed. But Gatorade was really, really helpful for both of us because you do get dehydrated out here. But I hate Gatorade as a beverage. Yeah, that's what I say. Just tell them it's going to open sometime in the future. Kids, I'm going to cut out of here. I want to make sure I get somebody that hasn't made a comment. Let's see. I think here's Janet. We haven't heard from her. Hi, Paul. I watch you and baby May. Your new home is perfect. Thank you very much. Don't stretch yourselves and get lots of stuff. That's amen to that. You couldn't have found a nicer spot. Oh, you did F&I in the office? Oh, no kidding. Well, welcome to the channel, Janet. It is super stressful, isn't it? I mean, you get a deal kicked back at $4.55 and you're trying to get the salesman paid and you need to get it back upstairs by 5 and you can't because you forgot a signature. I could go on and on, but I appreciate you watching, Janet. That's awesome. I just want to get through some comments here. A lot of folks have multiple comments, which I appreciate, but I just want to see if I've got anybody that I haven't said hi to. I appreciate you guys joining with me today, but it is about time that I get ready to go. Warren Buffett. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, Paul. Warren Buffett. He drives an older Camry. I don't think we've heard from this person. Hi, Paul. What goes up must come down. Not so in Vancouver. Always up since I lived there. In 1978, my first house was priced at $72, now 1.3. Best regards. Wow. Canada. Oh, Canada. Let's see. I don't think we've heard from this gentleman. Hi, Paul, from Leonard from Houston, Texas. The computer chip shortage is caused by the crypto miners buying up all the processors in GPUs. Oh. See, I knew there was a reason. I've said before, a Dean can talk the fleas out of a dog. Dean is the flea on the dog. Oh, okay. Is that what it was? That's in here, right? Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah. That could be it. I know she's got a bad shoulder, so I was thinking maybe it was some nerve damage in here. We can go on and on forever. I just got to do what I got to do. Process of elimination for her, and then back to the doctor, and then probably another doctor, and then probably another doctor, and yet another doctor. If I want to play it out in my head, that's how it's going to go down. So kids, I'm going to sign off. I'm trying to just check here. So I hate to leave anybody behind. I appreciate all of you with your comments, as always. Thanks for those that support the channel and support baby May. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Here's someone we haven't heard from. There's Dean, Pure Alpha Life. Click, watch, and subscribe at your own risk. I think we're on for Thursday, huh, Dean? And you're going to have your little Chiquita banana talk to me. And you know what? Maybe if Ed and what's his name? I want to call him Dan. But that's not his name. Bad on me. I'm just bad with names. Don't take it personally. Maybe you could have those guys over too. I have a little thought process what we could do. Let's see. I think it was just that I took over a month for them to do anything after they took my money. I guess that's a private conversation, huh? Sorry for the caps. Let's see. What else we got here? So anyway, I'm going to sign off, boys and girls. Thank you very much for joining me today. And I don't know what we talked about, but I'm sure we got something accomplished. God knows what. Let's see. Hold on a second. See you soon, Paul. Yes, Thursday. Ed and Dave. Dave. What was I calling him? Okay. Yeah, I would like if those guys were there. I think that would be awesome. But we don't need them in the show. I would like to chat with them and all that kind of stuff. And maybe we'll turn it into a twofer. We might go really long on Thursday. We might have half hour with me and then bring you on and then the girl on. And then maybe we can get Ed and Dave to come on. And we can turn it into a totally psychotic event that people will need therapy for years after watching that. All right, kids. As this gentleman says, later, dudes. Be nice to each other, will you? Please. Life is short.